Off Parks, Taryn Parks, a great miler for UNC over the years, running leadoff for the Tar Heels, so they must mean business as well. First leg's the 1200, second leg's the 400, third leg's the 800, and the anchor 1600 will mean 4,000 total meters, roughly 2.5 miles.
So Norm, last year this was won by Notre Dame at 10:49. They finished second at the national meet as well, losing to BYU. Last year went Notre Dame, Virginia, and BC. We mentioned Stanford, number 2 nationally, the DMR now, followed by North Carolina and North Carolina State at 7th and 11th respectively.
Right, now the number 2 time in the nation by Stanford was with Bunnage, their star 5K runner in the anchor. She didn't run the 5K, so she might be anchoring here. But I would think that would be unusual because at second in the nation, they're definitely going to run at the NCAAs with their qualifying time. They did that February 14th in Seattle. That's on an oversized track. But for NCAA qualifying purposes, that's just fine. Number 7 UNC ran 10:44, just 6 seconds slower, but they did that on a slightly tougher track at Boston. Not that Boston is a slow track, it's where the collegiate record has been set in many, many events. But, you know, it would be very interesting if UNC and Stanford both put their best teams out here. I just don't think that's going to happen. There's Whitaker right in between Parks and Chet Nagenich of Clemson, who's probably the second best 800-meter run. So 2 of the best 800 meters in the entire country running leadoff here. Now, that is a very important way. You establish the lead or keep your team in there. I mean, it's real important. So I'm not surprised you're seeing the stud half-milers up front. Now Chet Nagenich moves into second with Whitaker on third. Yep.
Whitaker, the 2024 Olympic 800-meter finalist, a 3-time NCAA champion. We'll mention what she's gotten done as a champion at the 800. Florida State out in front, followed by Clemson and Chet Nagenich. Whitaker is in third.
And again, her coach, J.J. Clark, the producer of so many great half-milers over the year, great choice for her to go to Stanford. Of course, there's lots of good reasons to go to Stanford.
You know, it's interesting that you mentioned a lot of these athletes, normally what I've seen with their best times this year, have been in the anchor leg. They're running the first leg. That's Shepard for Florida State, Norm, who's out in front. You mentioned how they're really going for it here in the DMR.
Well, Florida State might be, because Florida State's not in the national. My point was Stanford's already number 2. There's no way they're going to get out of the running at the conference weekend. So, Chet Nagenich, a slight lead over Whitaker, coming down to 1 lap to go. This is 1 lap to go on the 1,200 meters, of course. There's still plenty of laps in the race. Whitaker into the lead. There's your number 1 800 runner. And now Parks of UNC moving into second. Chet Nagenich now going to try to pass on the outside. This is fun to watch these 3 together. It's a 3-woman race at the top of the DMR relay. Whitaker, Chet Nagenich coming on. Parks very close. Stanford with a slight lead. Stanford 3:17.88. Clemson 3:18.05. North Carolina 3:18.17. So those 3 teams within 0.3 of a second.
Clemson's going to move into first right now.
No surprise there. They probably are the best quarter-mile school. As we remarked about Coach Mark Elliott and his great run with quarter-milers.
Normally their 400 is Williams, who's out in front here for the Tigers.
Williams actually opening up a nice little gap, but don't worry, Stanford and UNC are loaded in the 8 and the mile. A lot more so than Clemson. UNC moving into second.
Michael in second, Peters for Stanford in third. Clemson still out in front.
Here's the handoff now to the 800-meter legs.
It's leg number 3 now.
4:10 at 1,600 meters for the league team. Oh, boy.
Lewis out there with Louisville.
Florida State slipped back quite a bit there. Yeah, Louisville had a little trouble. But that's always the toughest pass in this relay. The 1,200 to the 4, or I mean the 400 to the 8 can be tough as well. Chet Nagenich, it's Clemson in the lead. Chet Nagenich has already handed off now. UNC running second, Stanford a bit back. Now looking like Stanford would need a lot to come back into it. But again, if they're anchoring Bunnage or even Sophia Kennedy is a possibility. then they could close.
And it's Jalego who's out in front over Hernandez for Clemson and North Carolina, respectively. Stanford in third.
Everett for Stanford. Just very good half-miler. But you notice, they put their very best half-milers on the 1200 leg as opposed to here. And look at this move.
North Carolina going to take the lead for the first time in the DMR. It's Hernandez who's out in front. Jalego is in second for Clemson. Stanford still running third.
Everett in front of the Florida State runner in fourth. Hernandez of UNC.
They had the seventh best DMR time coming into this one with Paige Martin's auto set and Parks, who led off tonight for North Carolina.
It would be very difficult to run for UNC to run faster than they did in Boston at 10:44.71, simply because the competition here isn't going to be as strong. But I'm sure they want to protect that position.
How about Hernandez with some separation here in this third leg over Jalego.
Stanford now passing Florida State. Here's the handoff, and we are 6:18 at the handoff. Bunnage does look like she's running. We only had a short glimpse there, but I think that was Bunnage for Stanford, who's the number 5K runner in the land, would have been the favorite. I just can't see the bib.
Dalton's out in front for North Carolina. Coastwise in second.
Dalton's super solid, but not UNC's very best. Karen Parks, though, going with a great 1200 on the lead up to put him in, and then Hernandez with a very strong 800 leg. UNC's certainly capable of winning the event. I'm just saying it'd be unlikely that they're going to improve much on the 10:44.
Dahlman first. That's Koski, who's in second for Clemson.
It is not
Bunnage is in third.
It is not Bunnage for Stanford. I actually thought I saw a UNN in there. I was wrong. All right, we're going to come up now on 6 laps to go. So this is the 400-meter mark of this 1600 leg. 6 laps to go. UNC, Clemson, Stanford. Florida State, Florida State.
And they're running a freshman in Reese Dalton from Charlottesville, Virginia, right now for UNC. Altorf, how about Seuss Altorf in third here for Florida State?
Yeah.
Koski's in second.
Altorf has the ability to win this race for Florida State.
No doubt.
And NC State now moving into fourth, crawling up. Clemson and UNC almost shoulder to shoulder. NC State in fourth, and running in fifth is Notre Dame, isn't it?
A nice box out there from Koski. She nearly trips, though, on Dalton, but she's all right on the backstretch.
Koski probably the second best half-miler on the Clemson team behind Chepnagich. So I think they put their best 2 runners on the leadoff and the anchor of this relay. And Koski looking tough right now, but I still like where the Florida State anchor is.
4 laps to go, Norm.
Who's anchoring for State? Have to get that name. Oh, it's Gapes. Hannah Gapes.
Yeah, there we go.
Hannah Gapes, so she's very capable too. And then Notre Dame has latched on as well. Coming up, when they finish this turn and head down the straightaway, they're coming up on the halfway point, 4 laps to go. So I would say we got a pack of 5 all capable of winning, which is what we love about ACC DMRs on opening day of the championship.
There's the move by Gapes.
Yep, 3 to go, still 5 teams all in it.
Gapes goes into second there over Dalton. Koski is on the inside, Gapes on the outside for the Wolfpack.
Gapes got that determined look on her face, but so does Aldorf. 500 meters left now, 500 to go in this 4,000-meter race called the distance medley. Gapes now off the shoulder. Gapes in great position, so is Altorf. UNC's on the inside, but after having led a lot, are they in the best position? I think not.
Final 400.
I like Gapes right now with Altorf if she waits correctly to pounce. Here comes Gapes. Gapes thinking about taking the lead. She's waiting. Nope, she is going to take the lead. Coming up on 300 to go. 300 meters left. Can Gapes carry it the whole way? Hannah Gapes, one of many, many runners Lori Hannes has coached to an ACC title. They haven't won very many DMRs, though. NC State coming up on the bell lap.
Gapes out in front. Koski is in second.
Gapes going to her arms, lifting her knees. Koski looks great as well.
So what the junior for New Zealand can do in the backstretch here. Gapes with Koski in second. Notre Dame running third right now. And Novak, she's making a move as well. Can Gapes hold on? Koski's in second. North Carolina State gets it with Hannah Gapes. What a last leg for her in the Wolfpack.
They did a great job of moving up through the race, staying out of trouble, and then pouncing when they had a shot. What a well-run distance medley. 10:52.59 for the Wolfpack. Like they were never right at the front, but they kept moving up slowly and steadily, and then they had Gapes on the anchor, and you knew it was going to be a good one for the Wolfpack. And a nice conclusion by the Notre Dame anchor as well. Clemson almost getting it done. But Koski just didn't have the punch down the last 30 meters. Needed to go by Gapes.
And Gapes, Norm, came in